Okay, today we're going to take this rather basic freewheel and we're going to put it on my old electric bike here, because the freewheel on this bike is doing some weird things. Like if you see here, there's a lot of play in it. So I don't know if the gear or the sprocket cluster is buggered or what, but it's no good. It slips when you pedal, even when you got the chain on. It's ripping it all to shreds. So that's our project for today. So to start everything going, we're going to have to remove the rear wheel, which requires one of two wrenches, either a 15 or a 17 wrench, 17 millimeters. So first we'll break this loose here. This is my motor drive on this side. Move that. And then on this side, where the actual derailleur is, we need another 17 millimeter. So, break this loose. We probably don't need to take these right off, but I like to anyways. I don't know why. Well, on this side I probably will have to, because I'm going to be removing the entire gear cluster. So I'll put those two on the ground here. Now, I always love these chain assemblies. They're such a nice thing to work with. There we go. I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to. Probably have to remove my motor assembly here. Maybe not. Oh yeah, we still have to remove this nut here because it's holding it on tightly. So we have to remove this 17 and this 15 over here. So we'll do that now. We'll do that now. Okay. We're going to need an open end wrench for this job. Okay, we've got some wrenches here. So now we'll proceed to take this apart here. First we're going to need a 17. And then a 15, I believe. There we go. Now if this is loose enough, we might be able to slip this off without having to take this motor assembly off, which I hate taking off. So we'll see if we can sneak out this wheel now. Might get lucky enough that I can sneak it off. But I doubt it. This chain, as usual, is a greasy mess. Okay. Almost got it out of the dropouts. It's coming. Okay, we got it out of the dropouts. Now it's just a matter of getting this drive chain off on this side. Oh, we're getting there. Okay, and on this side. And voila, our rear wheel is removed. Now, we still have to remove this spacer and this center nut here in order to apply our wrench to remove the freewheel that's not working properly. I'm hoping this camera is still recording. Because it's gone blank, I'm assuming it's still recording. Be nice to be able to see what we're actually filming, but I guess that runs the battery low. Okay, that's one nut, one spacer. And the final nut, of course, is buried, so we're going to need a wrench to get it to pull out of that cavity down in there before we can apply the Freewheel special breaker wrench. Okay. Yikes, that is very deep inside there. Well, maybe we won't have to do that. We'll try it without it. I'm going to get the breaker wrench to take off. I'm just looking for my bag of bicycle tools. Ah, here it is. You can get these wrenches online very inexpensively. They typically sell for about $1. That is assuming I can actually find it. I had it in this bag of bicycle tools the other day. So let's find it. Ah, here it is. I'm sure everybody will recognize this once you see it. Like I said, these cost about $1 online. I don't know about the quality, but they're usually sufficient to get this apart. And of course they don't use, I just use a pair of pliers because I don't think I've tightened this one that much. So I'll just put some water pump pliers on and see if I can get it off. If I have to, I'll get some more suitable pliers or a wrench. So we just slip this on and okay, yeah, this thing has tightened up sufficiently. I'm going to get my electric ratchet or electric impact driver to get this off to make it a lot easier for me to get this apart. This beast here will definitely break that loose. I believe it's 5/8. So we'll just pull it out from here. Where are we here? Oh, that's bigger than that. I take that back. Whoa. It's quite big. It's very big. But I have it. And the size is 15/16. Okay. Put this down here for now. Put some electricity into play. I'm sure just a few snaps with this unit will break this free. Yeah, that's all it took. And it's off. Now, you can see what I mean by there's a problem in this unit. You shouldn't have this kind of slack between the cogs, so something's gone horribly wrong with this unit. And because these things are so inexpensive, I think I paid $15 for this thing. I'm not going to play with it because it's a greasy, dirty mess getting it on and off. So it'll probably end up in the scrap barrel, and I'm going to replace it with this. This is a genuine Shimano. The one I took off is a Sun Racer, so I don't know, I'm not very impressed with the Sun Racer. Hopefully the Shimano will do the trick. Anyways, so we'll pop this thing on. These all seem to be pretty standard threaded units. And to make sure it stays on, we'll go use a chain whip, which I have. At least I think I have a chain whip. There it is. Now you'll probably laugh when you see this, because my chain whip is actually meant to get oil filters on and off cars, but guess what? It still works. Some of you are probably going to laugh at this, but it will put this thing on very tightly if I get it lined up properly.
I realized after doing this it was stupid. You don't need this to tighten. You use the chain whip to take things off.
And of
So
course, as the
I
wheel turns on
apologize
the
for that.
bicycle, it'll tighten this thing even more, because the chain pulls the bicycle wheel in a clockwise direction. It tends to tighten these things even more, so typically you never have to worry about it coming off. Okay. Yeah. This one looks good, we hope. So we'll put our chain back, chain whip back, and proceed. We're back here attaching our replacement freewheel for that one that was loose. So I'm just tightening or putting down inside the cone these spacer nuts that are necessary for the proper alignment of the wheel inside the dropouts. This is kind of a nuisance, I admit, but not being a proper bike mechanic, this is the way I do things. You see I can't get the wrench down in there, so I'll have to turn this nut by hand. It's just use for spacer versus then this goes on top, and then this is so crazy bike mechanic. This is the way I have to space this one up. Hopefully this is not going to be a problem. It's the threads of the engine, but it does take this beam off. Same axle. Yikes. It's like a burning accident. And see mark on it just because I want to do it. I don't know. Oh boy, hold on, something like this happens.
The reason I'm speeding through this is I realized again I made a mistake, and that the nut I was trying to put on the axle wasn't even part of the system.
It was sitting there for something else entirely. So we will not put that knot on there. The only knot right now is me. It's time to put the wheel. I think I'm gonna degrease this thing. It looks very filthy. So this is what I use for degreasing. It's a brake cleaner. It's called brake blaster. That'll just degrease these sprockets. I don't know what kind of lubrication has been on this thing before, but it's probably not fresh, and it's probably full of dirt. So rather than use something that's not going to clean stuff, we can get the plastic Freewheel. You can see here, there's lots of packed dirt in here. Yikes, yeah. The hot gear doesn't use very much. That's nice. Oh yeah, lots of buildup in this sprocket. Seems like a hot gear sprocket roll once, so I need to get rid of. Alright, look at similar stuff. That's probably my calipers need. Okay, I actually know what we're doing. Bring up the calipers here. And check the height. So, okay. So the thickness is.
I didn't think you guys would want to see me bolting the wheel back on, so I did this rather in high speed mode.
Okay, get that out. I think we're going to have to split this chain because if I'm not mistaken, this is just going to be a nightmare otherwise. So I'm looking for the chain splitter now. Well, as much as I hate doing this, I think I'm going to have to release this bracket up here after marking it. And then release it. We'll do a little tightening here and see how this is working. I get a little screwdriver here to tap this lock ring tight. This should do the trick. And put a little persuasion hammer here. There it is. I filed these in by hand. They still appear to be tight.
there.